Already know my name is Sue, and I'm the program director of the Community Center for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. And we have a variety of services that we offer. Mainly, our main service delivery is sign language interpreting services. And we get requested by hospitals, schools, colleges, places of employment, courts, courts, in different places in town. Remember that everyone has the need to communicate freely with everyone the same way you can. So what we simply do is make that information accessible to people that are deaf and hard of hearing. There's different ways to communicate. That's our main service delivery provision. Now, I cheated. My language and my speech development is fairly clear. But I lost my hearing a little bit late. I was not born deaf. I lost it maybe, we don't know for sure, around the age of 3, 4, or 5. And my family doesn't know why I lost my hearing, but it appears that I may have had a bad case of measles or chicken pox. And maybe a fever just brushed the 8th nerve in my ear. And when that brush happens, your hearing will decline. So by the time I was ready to go to school, I lost all my hearing. And I've never been able to wear a behind the ear hearing aid or anything like that because they were never powerful enough for me. Now, to make it a little bit personal for you, to give you an idea of how things happen, I have not heard anything in 55 years. And you know what? So what? It's okay. I grew up with this disability, so it's very normal for me not to hear something. And it was okay. I just adjusted. Each time the loss became worse, I adjusted again. Children adjust. And then I just had no hearing for 55 years. And then about 3 or 4 years ago, I decided to get an implant. The only reason I decided to get it is because my ear was ringing a great deal, and I wanted that ringing stopped. And the only way to get an implant was to stop the ringing for me. That was the only reason I got it. And to my surprise, the ringing stopped 100% of the time. It's replaced by a hum, but the hum is nothing. And then when I put the implant on in the morning, that hum is gone also. So now I'm making my stuff a little bit crazy. Sue heard this, she doesn't know what that means. What was that noise? And oh my gosh, not again. But you know, the refrigerator hum is new to me. The heating that sound is new to me. The overhead speaker, what? Rain, birds, traffic, horns beeping. What's all the stuff? No, I like the rain. I do not like birds. I think they sound terrible. I think they sound terrible. No. So.
I'm born and raised in the city of Cleveland. Went to Cleveland Public Schools. Went on to go to John Carroll University for my bachelor's degree. Got my degree in business management in 2007, and I recently received my master's in nonprofit administration in 2014. I'm a wrestling coach. I'm heavily involved in the community, doing things, and helping the youth, and helping senior citizens, and helping different nonprofits and different food banks throughout the city. I actually grew up, always had a hearing loss. It runs in my family. My mother, hearing impaired. My mother is actually blind and hearing impaired. Yeah, both my mother and father are blind. My mother had a hearing impairment, and my sister and brother have a hearing impairment. So we all grew up going to speech therapy. I'm actually still working on my speeches, not as clear as I wanted to be. So I'm always trying to perfect that and get that better. But I always had a hearing device. I have a hearing device in right now. Just growing up, I always struggled. At a young age, you don't want to be cool. You don't want to have your hearing device. You don't want nobody to know that you're hearing impaired. So I kind of didn't wear it. I didn't want people to know. So, but I was struggling, and to hear people. Fortunately, when coming to school came easy to me. So I still got straight A's. Cause I kind of taught myself. I couldn't never hear the teacher or anything like that. I just kind of go home and just do it all and teach myself when I got home. I kind of made it all the way through college doing that. I never could really hear the teacher. I didn't want to wear my hearing device because it wasn't cool, which is kind of crazy. I shouldn't be doing that, but I did that anyway. But when I got older, I realized it's important that I'm able to. There's a lot of stuff I missed by not wearing my hearing device. So coming to places like here and going to speech therapy. It's a great place for families to come. I think the same thing here. If you're deaf, they teach you how to deal with, how to handle it, how to live a normal life with your disability. And I think they do a great job of doing that.